What is up? Welcome into your daily Buckeye Blitz for a Monday, December 19th, 2022. The countdown is on till Christmas. 6 days to go. As always, we appreciate everybody who joined us last night on YouTube Live, Sunday night. Had a lively discussion about Buckeye fans, the Dylan Raiola decommitment, and we ran through the entire 2023 Ohio State class, well, as it stands thus far anyways. And we talked about some rumors and guys that we're concerned about. So if you know it's Monday here on the Daily Buckeye Blitz. We're talking recruiting again. We don't stop. It's just kind of a continuation of last night's show, really. So let's get into it. We got early signing day is Wednesday. Christmas might come early for some teams. Some teams might get a lump of coal. That's the way it goes, right? So what do things look like at the end of signing day for the Buckeyes as of right now? This is what I am thinking. Okay, I don't think we sign all 20 of our current verbal commitments. I think one or two are going to fall out, and there'll be some lingerers that won't commit or sign their letter of intent on Wednesday. At least it won't be made public. Anyways, so let's talk about the highlights here. The 5-star DNs. Mateo Uyunglele, DJ's brother, and Damon Wilson. These guys will be making their commitments on Wednesday. I haven't seen a time for them yet, so I'll check on that, and I'll let you know when I find times and stuff. Mateo lives out in Southern California, so he's probably going to be later in the day, I would think. But Damon Wilson's here in Florida. He'll be earlier in the day, I would imagine. Anyways, I'll let you know as soon as I have those locked down. So these are the most important announcements on signing day for the Buckeyes anyway. Mateo, Damon Wilson, we need one of these DNs. We've got to have one. If we lose out on all three, Mateo, Damon Wilson, and Keon Keeley, it's a bad year for Coach J. All right. We do have Joshua Mickens from Indianapolis, the 4-star, waiting in the wings, I think, but he will not be announcing on Wednesday. He's going to wait and announce the All-American Bowl January 7th. So keep that in mind. He might send in his letter of intent silently, but he will not be it will not be publicized. So got to get one of these DNs between Mateo and Damon Wilson. That's priority one. Okay, that's the announcement we're really watching for, those two. Then we have an announcement coming from the transfer portal offensive tackle, Johnny Cornelius. Just visited Ohio State over the weekend, loved it, saw some great photos of him in Jersey and everything. So he'll be announcing on Wednesday. Again, I don't have a time locked down on that, but I will get back to you on that. Now, those are the big announcements on Wednesday that we're paying attention to. Let's talk concerns, and can we keep these guys in the fold? Cornerback Kayan Lee, we've talked about, and tight end Jelani Thurman. Both are being wooed by Auburn and the new dirtbag head coach, Hugh Freeze, as he's known around my condo. So the corner Kayan Lee, again, Auburn folks are saying it's just a matter of time before he's flipped. Jelani Thurman, I still have confidence that the Buckeyes are going to retain him. Keenan Bailey has taken over that recruitment since Kevin Wilson is getting ready for the Tulsa head coaching job. So that's how I feel. I think that's why we don't sign all 20 of our current verbal commitments. I think Kayan Lee is on the outside looking in. Two other guys I'm very concerned about, and that's wide receiver Brandon Ennis, the only 5-star in this class. Okay. Him and safety Cedric Hawkins, they have both are rumored to be putting off their commitments, their actual signing letters of intent, to February. So the second signing day. Why we have two still doesn't matter. Still doesn't make any sense. So course, Deion Sanders has been in Ennis's ear, and Hawkins might be the same case. I'm not sure who is in his ear. Could be Miami again, throwing around the cash bag. But Ennis is my big concern. Number one, because he's a fucking 5-star receiver, and I don't want to lose him. Two, if he does push back his signing to February, it's because he will be taking a visit probably to Colorado. Now that is very concerning to me. I'm not saying Colorado, Boulder is not the best place in the world, especially this time of year, but you get in the room with Prime, who knows what the hell can happen? He can just start throwing dollar bills at you. I don't know. Giving you Louis V luggage. I don't know. But he's a hell of a salesman, and we know that. And he doesn't stop. He doesn't stop selling. So those are my two concerns. I really am looking for those letters to come in on the fax machine. They still fax those? I really hope not. Can we just email or text them or something? I don't know. Anyways, so look for Cedric Hawkins and Brandon Ennis. Really hope that they stick with the early signing day commit. Another big question. Do we finish with a running back in this class? Right now, I would say no. We have none running backs. Akron Hoban, running back, Lamar Sperling. I mentioned him the other day on the latest recruiting news. He's currently committed to Buffalo, has offers from like Kentucky and Buffalo, and still does not have an offer from the Buckeyes. He visited Ohio State on Saturday, this past weekend. He is interested, obviously, but he does not have an offer from Ohio State. So where does that stand? The Buckeyes are still kicking the tires on him. I'm guessing they're doing their homework, talking to coaches, teachers, trying to do all the legwork to find out about this kid. He's like 5'10", 5'11", 190. So not a huge kid, but he put up insane numbers at Hoban. So like 3,900 yards or something. Fucking nuts. So do the Buckeyes offer him, or do they keep looking? They probably need to decide that soon. And that's another kid that maybe he'll push back his commitment date to February, or whenever. So we'll see. Oh, by the way, this is a dead period. It just started today. So there's that. Let's talk the current rankings. So I always judge recruiting classes by their average per player ranking, not the total. Because like right now, Alabama's first, but they have 24 commits. Ohio State only has 20, right? So you can't take total points. That doesn't make any sense. They got 4 more dudes. It's fucking stupid. Like Miami, 25 guys. So let's talk average. Let's talk average per player, like the quality of the player. Alabama has 24 commits, like I said. They're a 94.21 average per player ranking. That's amazing. That's like all-time great. So, okay, they're first. Georgia, second. They have 23 commits, a 93.60. All right. Still a really, really good class. But Ohio State is third, right behind Georgia, just barely. I'm talking tenths of a decimal point here. Ohio State has 20 commits, like I said, 93.46. Georgia was a 93.60. So Buckeyes are right there in quality of player. And if we land one of these 5-star DNs, that's really going to bump that up. And we may not even take 23 guys. 23, 24, 25 is supposed to be the max. I don't know how these teams are going to go over that 25, but that supposedly was a rule. Apparently, not everybody follows the rules. Shocker. The teams in the South don't. Anyways, so that's where we stand. Those are the big announcements we're looking at. And do we get a running back, or do we, kick the can down the road? So, and who do we keep? Is Kay and Lee gone? Is Jelani Thurman staying? That's what we're looking for on Wednesday. All right. I appreciate you guys. Talk to you tomorrow. Go Bucks.